Let us now forget the entire world and continue our affinity, our closeness with Ramji in the forest. We started the journey from Ayodhya, spent the first night on the banks of the river Tamasa, continued the second night until with Bhagwan Ram we reached Gangaji, crossed over the river with Kevat the boatman, spent the third night at Maharshi Bharadwaj's ashram in Prayag. And then from there, along with Ram, Sita, Lakshman, we proceeded to the ashram of Maharshi Valmiki. Although Valmiki knew what is going to happen and he had written the Ramayana, he was now waiting for Ram to come. Ram came and offered his pranam because he's doing Nar Leela. He is hiding his almightiness and pretending to be human. Why does Bhagavan do that? Many, many reasons we shall keep discussing as we go along. Ram is pretending to be human. He offered his respects to Maharshi Valmiki. And now Valmiki responded that you are the master of the universe. Your body is divine. Sita is the divine mother and Lakshman is Anantashesh himself. From there, we are continuing. So 2.26.4 Ram dekhi suni charit tumhare जड़ मोह ही बुद्ध हो ही सुखारे
राम देखे सुनि चरित तुम्हारे जड़ मोह ही बुद्ध हो ही सुखारे
राम देखी सुनी चरित तुम्हारे जड़ सब सांचा जस का छिय तस चाहिय नाचा
तुम जो कहो करहु सब सांचा जस का छिय तस चाहिय नाचा
तुम जो कहो करहु सब सांचा जस का छिय तस चाहिय नाचा
तुम जो कहो करहु सब सांचा जस का छिय तस चाहिय नाचा.
Valmiki says, O Ram, your leelas are so amazing. Those who are not blessed by you and have not understood their secret, they become thoroughly confused. On the other hand, those who are truly learned, who have understood the secret of your personality, they are amazed. How the master of the universe becomes the child of Dashrath. How the all-pervading takes on a personal form and resides in the lap of Kaushalya. How the infinitely blissful laments in separation from Sita. This is so confusing to the ignorant and so blissful to the devotees. Consider the union of Ram and Sita. You see, when Vishwamitra, Ram, Lakshman arrived, we have savored that pastime. Next morning, Sita Mata was told by her mother that, look, go and do puja of Gauri. So Sita went to the garden of King Janak along with her Sakhis. And there Ram and Lakshman, they had also come. Their intention was they will break some flowers for their Guru Vishwamitra's puja. So Ram and Lakshman were breaking flowers when Sita entered. And hearing her ankle bells, Ram lost his heart. And he said, Lakshman, what is going on? It seems to me as if Kamdev is on a victory march. And Lakshman saw Sita coming and he started decorating Ram. Ram said, what are you doing? Lakshman said, you have already selected without seeing. I want the other side also to approve. So I'm just decorating you. And this was the only mentioned occasion where Ram's Shringar was actually done with the peacock feather which was lying around. Now Sita ji was moving ahead to the temple of Gauri, and she was on the first stair when one Sakhi turned around and saw the two Rajkumars. The previous night, they had taken their Guru's permission and gone around Janakpur. And all the ladies out there had lost their heart. They said, oh my, this Ram, I hope that he breaks the bow so that he marries Sita, and whenever he comes to Sasural, we will have his darshan again and again. So the Sakhi went running to Janaki and said, Sita, have darshan of Gauri later. Something really important has come up. Those two Rajkumars, for whom all of Janakpur has become Lattu and charmed, they are in the garden. So Sita ji turned around and she started rushing. As she came forward, she sighted Ram for the first time in this avatar. And when she saw Ram, she filled his image in her eyes and kept him in her heart. See, Tulsidas ji says, Gira arath jal bichi sam kahiyat bhinna na bhin. Just like jal and arath, they seem to be two different things, but they are the same. Just like water and aqua pura are the same. Likewise, Sita and Ram are two names for the one divine entity. One is the Shaktiman and the other is the Shakti. So they have taken on two forms to enhance their sweetness. It is the same with Radha Krishna. Anadirayam purusham ekamevasti tadep rupam dvidha vidhaya. Samaradhana tatparo bhut tasmatam radham rasikanandam vedu vido vadanti. The Samrahasya Upanishad says that one eternal entity has manifested as two to enhance the relishing of the sweetness of divine love. So people ask this question, did Krishna and Radha get married? Now the question itself is irrelevant. Marriage is for people in the world who are separate entities. In the case of Radha Krishna, they are eternally one. In one avatar kal, they get married. There's mention in the Brahma Vaivartak Puran. In some avatar kal, they relish par kiyaras. So Likewise, Sita and Ram are eternal dampati. For Sita to fall in love with Ram is the natural situation. She closed her eyes and started meditating on the image she had seen. The Sakhi said, do dhyan, roop dhyan later. Right now, open your eyes and have darshan. So Sita opened her eyes. And by now, Ram had also sighted her. And seeing Sita, Ram broke into a sweat. His heart was so thrilled. So Sita started seeing those drops of sweat coming on his forehead. And that worried her. That breaking flowers, he has started sweating. How in the world will he ever break the bow of Bhagavan Shiv? I need to go and take the blessings of Mahagauri for him. So she turned around and went. And you have probably heard that when she offered her pranams, a garland fell on her and the deity began speaking. मन जाहि राच्यो मिलहि सोवर सहज सुंदर सांवरो करुणा निधान सुजानशील स्नेह जानत रावरो एहि भांति गौरी शीस सहित हिय हर्षित अली तुलसी भवानी पूजी पुनि पुनि मुदित मन मंदिर चली. Sita, Mata, took it as the blessings of Mother Gauri and she returned. And out here, the swayamvar began. Janak was in the court. And we will cut short that leela. That Ram snapped the bow. And the sound of that spread in the Trilokya, the three worlds, to the extent that Surya Narayan was on his chariot and the horses got scared. They left the chariot and ran helter-skelter. Now, Janak said to the servants, to the Sakhis, bring Sita. So Sita came with the Varmala, the Jaymala in her hand. She started coming, and Tulsidas says, I cannot describe her form. I don't have visheshan or adjectives. So we asked Tulsidas, why don't you use adjectives for Mother Sita? He says we use visheshan for people who are dehi, who have bodies. She is vaidehi. So how can I use a visheshan for her? Nevertheless, Sita came right to where Ram was, and she lifted a little bit the mala in her hand. So Ram, of course, is most elegant and dignified in his behavior. He bowed down. And Sita did not lift the mala any further. The consequence was that Ram was just standing with his head bowed down. Now there is complete suspense in the whole sabha. Everybody is waiting. In his mind, Ram asked Sita, why don't you put the mala? What is the delay? Sita responded in her mind, why did you delay so much? Now you also wait. So the situation is not improving. The suspense is continuing. Ram, he looked at Lakshman that you are Anantashesh. Why don't you lift the earth from below Sita? The mala will come up. Lakshman, he crossed his head that if I lift the earth, it will lift equally between both of you and the gap will remain the same. So finally, Ram again said to Sita, I am not worried about myself. I'm just worried about what these kings and princes will be thinking. Sita said, that is the lesson I wish to teach them. That the ones who could not break the bow, they are standing all puffed up in pride. And the one who has broken the bow is humble enough to lower his head. Sita is, the ocean of bhakti resides in her heart. So if she doesn't teach the lesson of humbleness, who will? Finally, Lakshman requested Vishwamitra if he had permission for intervention. And Vishwamitra nodded his head. So Lakshman went and fell at the feet of Ram. Now Ram lowered himself further to lift up Lakhan, and the mala fell on his neck. Siyavara Ramachandra ki.